So over on Disney Plus, if you're looking for some new Marvel, Hawkeye season 1 has started. I don't know if all of the episodes are available. I think just the first 2 are up right now, maybe the third one. I haven't watched it yet. So I really don't know much about it. And to be honest, I really just don't feel that interested in about it because it's not really Hawkeye's story, is it? It's Kate Bishop's story, who calls herself Hawkeye, and she's not Hawkeye. She's Fake Eye. That's my opinion on it. Just never cared for the character. She's just another replacement character, and I don't care about it. But it does seem that audiences like it. That's great, but they seem to be tuning out, which is also kind of funny. Now, I want to be clear. I don't know if the show is woke or not. I haven't seen it. That's just Cosmic Book News' headline. But one thing that we can talk about is the 40% decline from the previous Marvel show, Loki, which is pretty pathetic. Marvel seems to be on these weird fluctuations with their numbers. I think that it's only a matter of time till the cards fall on this on this shit, because from what I hear, Eternals was bad. I thought Shang-Chi was pretty boring. Loki had some potential, to be honest, but fell flat. It fell flat. And then, what was the one before it? The Captain America one with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I didn't really like that one either. So I don't know. Oh, and WandaVision. WandaVision started off great and the ending was terrible. And then we found out they changed the ending because, well, they wanted more girl power instead of a good story, because originally Doctor Strange was supposed to come in and save the day, kind of, and help Wanda learn her powers. But instead of having a story that makes sense, they decided to remove Doctor Strange because, well, Kevin Feige didn't want the boys to come help on this one. Seriously, he said something like that, which is ridiculous. So the MCU, as Nerdrotic calls it, is taking shape, and they're going to replace Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. Now, from what I hear, she's a more likable version of Kate Bishop, and if that's true, that's cool. I just don't care about this character, and I do think that erasing all of the old characters that everybody liked is going to hurt Marvel's plans going forward. They might not see that yet, but it's only a matter of time till it happens, because it's all running a formula. It's all generic, and there's only so much an audience will take. But that's okay. Disney will just start remaking things then, which is what is going to be the next big thing, okay? You don't like comic book movies anymore? We'll just do remakes of everything. So let's take a look at what they're saying here. More bad news for Disney Plus and Marvel, as it has learned the woke Hawkeye series is a huge fail and is presently performing as the worst of the live-action MCU shows on the streaming service. Hawkeye, which stars Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, who replaces Jeremy Renner's character in the MCU, basically a guest star on his own show, was watched by a whopping 40% less than Loki, the previous live-action MCU show on Disney+. This info comes from Samba TV via Deadline, who measures streaming service viewership, where the first episode number for Hawkeye trails the 5-day U.S. household viewership figure for Loki by 40%. Loki was watched by 2.5 million homes, while Hawkeye was watched by 1.5 million U.S. households. This number is also less than Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. So that's pretty pathetic, to be honest. It's bad. This is a Marvel property. But it's just showing you, like, nobody cares about these new characters. It'll be interesting to see. You know what we're going to see, the real numbers, is when they do Captain America 4. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. But as far as this goes, like, no one seems to care about Kate Bishop, and I don't blame them. She's a shitty character. We already had Hawkeye. He's right here. His name is Clint Barton. Okay? Why don't you just recast him if you don't want to pay Jeremy Renner money anymore? It said they're going to bring in Kate Bishop, a Mary Sue version of Hawkeye, and she is. So, in the comics, they say she's better than him too, which is funny. Like she's comes from like a rich family. He came from shit. Like she's nowhere near as interesting as him. And they run into that problem quite a bit in the comic. Like, nobody cares about Kate Bishop in the comics. Nobody cares about any of those replacement characters in the comics. They could probably do a better job with them in live action, and we'll see. And from what I hear, the Kate Bishop is fine in the show. Like I said, I haven't watched it. I just don't have any interest in watching it. It's just so generic at this point. But look at this. This is even more pathetic. What is so alarming for Hawkeye is the second episode saw a drop-off of 200K viewers, as only 1.3 million stuck around to watch episode 2. But both the first and second episodes were released at the same time on Disney+, so that means 200,000 people didn't like the first episode and decided not to watch the second one, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad. So I don't know. Only time will tell. Maybe I'm wrong and Marvel will continue to be a juggernaut, but I just think the wheels are going to come off, and it's going to be this pretty obvious push to make as many female characters as you can and stuff, and just people are sick of it, man. Just give us our classic heroes. Why don't you just reboot the Marvel Universe and do it better? Because now you have everybody. Think about if they were to reboot it, they could have Spider-Man at the beginning, Fantastic Four, X-Men. Like, that would be the way to go about it. But that's not what they're going to do. They're going to keep going forward until they burn it out. And that's on them. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure it's still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to Yellow Flash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.